he'll be in here. Call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting of December 1st, 2025. Roll call, please.
All right, we got Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Brett Mondurant.
Yes, sir.
We got Tony Abbott sitting in as President. We got City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Yes.
And myself.
All right, everybody's here. Do I hear any announcements from the board?
I have none.
None, sir.
Hearing no announcements, has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes of the previous meeting? I'll take approval.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Tommy, second.
Second.
Brett, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes passed. Moving on to new business. Jenny Felix, firefighter paramedic job posting.
Thank you. As the board is aware, our fire chief, Tremaine, did retire last week. And we now have a new Fire Chief Pat Myers. So I'm here to ask permission from the board to post the firefighter paramedic position that's been vacated by Mr. Myers.
Any questions from the board?
I have none.
I have none, sir.
Have a motion to give her permission to post a job for the paramedic firefighter?
So moved.
A motion by
second it.
Brett, second by Tommy, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed, huh?
Thank you.
Mr. Weldon, LCS CSROMOU.
Yes, sir. That's a lot
And Mickey Mouse.
lot of letters. What you'll find in your packets for consideration tonight is the memorandum of understanding between the City of Lawrenceburg and Lawrenceburg Community School Corporation. If you remember, you guys were presented with and approved the overall transition for the SROs, which have to date been technically school employees. They will now be city employees. And so with that, what seems like a minor change, and we want it to be minimally disruptive, and I think it will be. We've been working closely with the school as well during this process. It does require things to be spelled out as best that we can, and we've done that in this MOU. One of the things that we worked really hard on was to establish, while it's primarily, the primary benefit of having these folks be full-time paid police officers under our employment is the training, the direction, the SOPs will all be police level, and that will control their duties and their behavior and how they interact with situations. They're also going to be trained by not just the police academy, the full police academy, but also the state and federal SRO organizations. But with that also comes input from the schools. And so what we did was we developed language that allows for the meeting to be held at the end of every school year to determine general roles so that everyone's kind of in agreement what these folks are doing, especially on a day-to-day basis. It's usually the smaller things that cause the most consternation. So this language commits both sides to come together in June. If everything's going great, one 5-minute meeting will be done. If some things need to be hammered out, we'll have that whole summertime to do that, and then both sides will agree, okay, here are general parameters that the SROs are going to operate under for the school year. We just kind of want things to be agreed upon and not change during the school year. There's also some dispute resolution in there if we ever get to a point where the school wants something, the police department kind of disagrees. We've got a process, a mechanism to resolve a disagreement. We had the insurance company weigh in on this. We had an expert in SROs who's consulted with the school and done the crisis management program for the schools weigh in on this. And so it's really good agreement. It establishes the foundation for what is a terrific program. I mean, we have one of the best SRO programs in the state, which obviously benefits our schools, which benefits our kids, which is always a good thing. So if we approve this tonight, the school board will have it on their agenda 1 week from today to also approve, and then we'll be good.
So if they approve it, is this sent to council or is it here?
So this is a Board of Works.
But it's also on the city
decision.
council, so I was wondering if we make a motion with some kind of recommendation on the council. That's
I
all.
would, I would vote, I would do a straight vote on both sides. The reason I put it in front of council is just because traditionally this would be strictly Board of Works, but I did want the full council to also be able to weigh in on
Okay.
it because you're all, it's something that's important enough to the full council should also vote on, and it also involves employment and the funding of employment, which council funds and Board of Works directs. So it's for both, and I would, instead of doing a favorable to answer your question, I would just do a
Okay.
straight vote for each board.
Okay. All right, any questions from the board?
Nope, I reviewed the first copy and the second copy, which there's a lot of changes.
Yeah, well, it was good, because
Yes,
you
yeah.
gotta please both sides.
With that being said, I'll entertain a motion to accept said MOU.
All right, I have the first by Tommy, second.
Second.
Second by Brett, all in favor?
Aye.
That passed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Seeing no other new business, move on to old business, which I see none. I'll take a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Brett, second.
I'll second it.
Second by Tommy, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. We will move on to the City of Lawrenceburg Utility Board meeting of December 1st, 2025. Roll call, please.
All right, we got Board Member Tony Abbott,
Here.
as also sitting as the president. Board Member Bill Little.
Present.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Board Member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
We got Utility Director Rob Schneider.
Present.
And myself.
All right, everybody's here. Hear any announcements from the board? Hearing none, I'll move on to approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Everybody's had a chance to look at their minutes.
So moved, sir.
Motion by Brett, second.
I'll second.
Second by Dylan, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes passed. Move on to new business. Rob Snyder, Precision Concepts Project.
Yep, a couple topics today. Don't have any attachments, as you all probably noted, just a couple brief updates. Precision Concepts Project is an expansion to the building. It has found that the expansion of the building was over an existing easement with a sewer line. We are looking into, to resolve this, we're looking into reducing the size of the easement to half of its current size and giving responsibility of the existing sewer line in that easement to the property owner, and our responsibility will end at the first manhole on the northern perimeter of the property. That will allow them to move forward with their expansion project. And that's all I have for that. We didn't have any attachments today, but we're,
One question I'll have, once we do that, that would be considered a lateral from that point on, correct?
be a lateral.
Not a sewer line, but a sewer main, but a lateral. Okay.
Any other questions from the board for that?
And for that project, just generally, we've already kind of given verbal, not approval, but we've confirmed that we've set up everything that they need. I met with John Johnson, he's confident that in one document, we can change the size of the easement and dedicate back to them that line, so then it becomes a lateral. And then John has also worked with Rob and his team to give them some other improvements, so that project is flying forward. We're making sure we don't get in their way. Great project, big expansion, potential for lots of jobs, lots of tax revenue, lots of good things, to an already really good business.
Right. Move on to US 50 water main project.
Again, this is another update on the project. I think everyone was aware that we found some plastic line existing in the project area, and we were looking to determine the extent of that that existing plastic line to find where we needed to move forward with replacement of new. Still have not found the exact end of it, but we did identify that the transition from plastic back to ductile iron occurs somewhere on the property in front of Lightstone or the power plant. So we're still looking to identify exactly where that transition occurs, but it looks like it is within that one property. We have plastic on the east side and ductile iron on the west side of the property. Once we know that, we can hopefully move forward with that project.
Any
So
other?
that's meaning
We're not gonna have to replace so much pipe, or is it, we're not sure yet?
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to
hoping.
determine exactly what that, wherever that transition point is, will help us to determine what exactly the extent of the new pipe will be. Yes.
right. Like I said, we know that it's plastic up to Lightstone property coming from the east to the west. But then down by the Lightstone Drive right there, that's ductile. So somewhere between there and there, it switches.
Ductile good or is plastic good? Which one?
Plastic's what we want.
So we have to replace the ductile, but the plastic is good.
Correct.
Keep it off the anything.
Correct.
We want it to be all plastic, plastic.
Do we know how old that plastic is?
We don't. Like I said, we didn't even know that was plastic in there. It has to be fairly new because of the color of it. I mean, it just it's not the old white stuff, and so it's fairly new. And like knock on wood, we've never replaced plastic. It just doesn't get leaks unless somebody hits it. Where the ductile, it springs leaks all the time.
All righty. Any other questions from the board about this? We'll move on to Pump Station 13 project.
It's another project update. We need to move forward with this project as soon as possible. We had one of the Grundfos pump went down, so we are now operating at this location with one pump. So we are in the process of purchasing an emergency backup to get us through to the repairs. The repairs on the existing Grundfos pump was 12 weeks out. And this will be, the new pump was part of the proposed project by BF&S. In addition to this, Garrett and I are going to be meeting with BF&S engineer to look at the potential for including a solids removal aspect of this project upstream of the pump station. So that we're meeting with them on the 10th of December to take a look at that and get some input.
When you say solid removal upstream, that'd be less wear and tear on the pump station?
Less wear and tear on the pump station and sending less solids in through to the downstream treatment plant, which we are third in.
All right. Any other questions from the board?
Thank you for the update.
Happy to do it.
Is that it? Rob, you have anything else?
That's all I got.
All righty. So no further new business. Move on to old business, and seeing none, we'll move to review.
Hold on, Tony, I want to bring something up.
Okay.
This might be under council, but just in case, I want to put Tommy back on the SDRSD, and we've already talked about it. He's on board with it, just because it's during my working day, and I'll be his backup, so it'd be easier for him to attend.
Make you his proxy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we need a
I've
motion for
agreed
that?
to it, so,
We should do that.
Yeah, you probably should have.
Under council? Okay.
okay.
Yep.
Well, you're easy, Tom. All right. No further old business.
Appreciate it.
Those are some long meetings. Move on to review and discuss the claim for board approval. Well done.
So move.
A motion by Dylan, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Brett, all in favor?
Aye.
Claims approved. Motion to approve all payroll reports and checks once properly certified.
So moved.
Motion by Tommy,
Second.
second by Lenny, all in favor?
Aye.
Certified. Motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Brett,
Second.
second by Lenny, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Everybody stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to
Alrighty. Okay, this City of Lawrenceburg Common Council meeting of December 1st, 2025. Roll call, please.
All right, you got Councilperson Tony Abbott
Here.
sitting in as the president. We got Councilperson Dylan Little,
Present.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette,
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman,
Here.
Councilperson Brett Von Durant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Woolman.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, here, any announcements from the board? If not, I have one. I want to thank the redevelopment board of Lawrenceburg and Brian Messmore
That's what I was about to bring up,
for
Tony.
the grant that we received that they've been working on for, I don't know, we've been turned down, I think, about 4 or 5 times.
I was going to say, I think you're
About
being
6 years.
gracious because you guys deserve some credit too. Even before I was on council, you guys went after that 4 or 5 times.
Yep, it's been worked on a long time, and we finally got it, and it's 52 or 54 apartments.
52 units, $1.3 million.
Yep, that's fantastic. I know, Lenny, you're on that board. Thank you for working so hard on it. Any other board members here from redevelopment? I don't think so. Good.
I'd like to say something too about
Okay.
this project. I know last year I was pushing very hard for us to go ahead with the project and fund the money ourselves, because it took so long to do it. And I had Brian and the mayor kept hounding me and saying, just give us one more year, and if it doesn't happen, we're gonna do this, and I'm glad they did. Saved us a lot of money.
Well, I know I was
I have to
one.
give them a lot of prop for
I
that.
know I was one that was on you guys to either do it or get off the pot,
Yep.
because we got tired of waiting. We need these apartments, and I'm glad you guys stuck to your guns and didn't listen to me.
I think it's important to also say thanks to some of our state representatives because I know I had a couple meetings with those folks and they helped pressure that as well. So
Great. Well, it's a great thing for Lawrenceburg. We sincerely need these apartments. And hopefully this ain't the end of it. We got some more in the works too. Mm-hmm. All right. So as far as my announcements are done, any other announcements? And
Just on the agenda, Your Honor, they're gonna re-advertise
Right.
the trash truck, sorry.
yeah, trash truck is being re-advertised for sale. Hearing no more announcements, board reports, street alleys and curbs. Downtown is looking pretty good. No problems that I know of. How about Ludlow Hill, Lenny?
Looking good.
Finance, Brett?
Nothing, sir.
Parks and Playgrounds, Dylan.
parks are too cold for people to be at.
Covered in snow soon.
Yeah.
Fire, Mr. Rollett.
No report.
All righty. Okay, moving on, I'll take the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move.
Motion by Lenny,
Second.
second by Brett, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes approved. You guys have all got your committee reports.
We had
You got a work session.
It's not on here. Okay,
It's in the packet. So
That's
work
it.
session minutes,
It's in ours.
November 20th.
okay, I have looking for the approval of the minutes of the November 20th work session.
Yeah. So move.
Motion by Lenny, second.
Second.
Second by Dylan, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes approved. So now, all committee reports you guys have in front of you. Move on to new business, Dale Weldon, the LCSC SRO MOU.
Yes, sir, thank you, Your Honor, same as from Board Works.
So do we need a motion for that here?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Yeah, and just keep in mind, this was basically put into the budget. This isn't the first day we've seen any of this stuff right here, so we've
Right.
talked about it, we put it in the budget, so it's funded for the beginning of the year.
All righty. Can I have a motion to approve the LCSC SRO MOU?
So move.
Motion by Dylan, second by Brett.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved.
With that, I think that we have our first batch of SROs graduating soon, right?
Yeah.
Week before Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're on the way. Did the third, we had somebody else leave, right? We got 3 there currently, all at different stages.
yep, but they're
Yep.
being staggered, and in the midst of that, they also had to kind of formally interview and rehire and
Yep.
do that all over again, so that Brian and David and those folks are doing a great job. Jenny too, especially, all the HR stuff is a lot, and they've gotten it done quickly.
Great.
All right. Moving on, Mr. Weldon, the Care Hub resolution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please, Common Council, we have in your packets is a resolution to release clawback for the Care Hub. So if you remember, we were given the building on Industrial Drive that we ended up then in turn giving to Encompass, COHC, now Encompass, to establish and build out as Care Hub, which was envisioned and is being operated as kind of a consolidation of services for folks who are in recovery, who, when we started the CARES initiative way back when, the goal was always to, hey, we're not gonna come up with any new ideas, but we can sure bring people together and help make it easier for people in recovery. So with any of our initiatives, that's kind of the overall theme, and this is no different. Just making it easier for people who would normally have to catch a ride to 5 different places just to do their basics. We can get them in one building, make their lives easier. It's gonna give them a better shot at recovery. So we gave them that property. We did initially have a clawback in case for whatever reason they didn't build it out or operate it the way that we wanted them to. Of course they did. It's been a number of years now, and so they've asked us to, just so that deed is clean, to formally pass this resolution to withdraw any clawbacks we would have on the property.
Okay, what number would this be, Mark?
4, resolution 4.
4?
4-2025.
Okay, do I have a motion for resolution number 4-2025?
So move.
I have a motion by Lenny. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Tommy. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved.
Thank you, Your Honor. And before we forget, I would say we could do the Dylan and Tom, the SDRSD deal.
I'll make a motion to put Councilmember Tommy Rolette on the SDRSD board with me as his proxy.
All right. I have a motion by Dylan. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Brett. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. You're on the board, Tom.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, yeah.
What's your luck?
It's all good.
Okay, up next, Mr. Mark Fetty, movie approval.
All right, my name got put on this right here, but not sure where my name got put on it. But anyway, we had a work session on the 20th. During that work session, we had, I think there was only 3 council members present, and there was 2 people that weren't. Once again, all of our work sessions are televised, so I'm sure that the council members that weren't here had a chance to go back and view that session. We do have Jack with us today. He gave part of the presentation. The other person was Elliot. He is not here.
Elliot's on the phone, I think.
He's on the phone for questions and stuff. So, but anyway, the council basically listened to the presentation. We're kind of excited about it. The mayor, he was listening in on it, thinking it was another way to kind of promote the city and stuff. So with that right there, I don't want to turn over to Jack yet, but what I'd like to do is have the city attorney, Dale Weldon, kind of maybe go over any legal parts of this contract and stuff like that, because it's, once again, that's kind of the thing that I heard was, what's the legal aspect of this, and what kind of guarantees are people going to get for their, for our investment, to you guys and your investment into the city. So I just wanted to kind of turn it over to him for a couple minutes, and then let you guys answer any questions that these council members might have from that too.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Petty. And so, and I don't, the mayor doesn't often let me speak for him, but I can tell you, I was able to meet with the movie team today, and I was also able to meet with the mayor. The mayor's a big fan of this project, and you guys kind of already know that. From his perspective, it is a big opportunity to showcase the town. Just if we think about everything we do here, from my department, I kind of like to think of things in boxes. So what box would we put this in? I think we would put this into a marketing box, right? This is very similar to the ads we have at the Cincinnati Reds games, or having bands play at the stage. It's a way to bring people to town, showcase the town, and could even go beyond. I know the mayor envisions just all of the good publicity for every part of our city, not just the school and the football team, but all the aspects of the town. So the primary document we have right now is their funding ledger. Of course, we're going to need to see and vet and approve a contract before we can do anything formal and kind of finalize any support if that's the inclination of the board. So what I would say is that from my perspective, and this is what I kind of talked to Jack and to Elliot about today, was, okay, how do we kind of look at any project the city does, we want to try to secure our investment as closely as we can on the back end, and then we also want to closely regulate how we do our payout. So I would envision the contract kind of being structured similar to a construction contract where the money's paid out as they need it based on their establishing some written proof of an expense or a need for that money. So that money would be earmarked, but then we would distribute, we would give it all out at once. There are lots of ways, apparently, that movies are funded and financed. This is a $400,000 estimated budget with estimated revenue of $2 million. Of course, the budget is the real number and the revenue is the estimate. So obviously, there's no guarantee that the money or the movie will make any money. There are funding mechanisms. There are bonds that you can have for movies, but those are what are called completion bonds. So those are structured to just ensure the movie gets finished. Again, doesn't guarantee that the movie will make any money. What we would be guaranteed if in the contract, again, that we would write together and you guys would approve and vet and change however you like, would be that we would be the first dollar paid out. So that's what Jack and his team calls the waterfall. So we would be structured to receive a repayment first. There's also the state of Indiana just passed entertainment tax credits for the first time. You guys have seen the Hollywood movies being filmed in Cincinnati all the time. That's because the state of Ohio has always had a robust tax credit program for entertainment. Kind of like we talked about today with our senior living facility. Same general principle of tax credits that are made available that people purchase on the open market, and then that money is funneled back to the project. So we would want to look at what that tax credit financing opportunity would be for the film, and then how that could be again rolled back into the contract. Just looking for every opportunity that we have to make sure that even though there's no guarantee as to how much the money would make, there are estimates, but we don't operate in estimates. We just want to make sure that we get the first dollar back until we're repaid, and that the money is controlled as it goes out. I know we have a script, which I thought was important for you guys to be able to vet the script and just the general theme of the movie. Obviously, if it was something that you felt was morally inappropriate or cast the city in a bad light in any way, then you have a right to kind of see that up front. Obviously, this script does just the opposite. It casts the city in a very positive light. It's a positive, inspirational movie, and that's kind of the theme. The other questions that I kind of had for these guys today were, what is the process, and the way, and Jack will correct me where I'm wrong, but the process, as I understand it, is if we were to agree to funding, again, with our terms that we've kind of talked about today, then that would be essentially green lighting the movie. Then they would go about trying to secure actors and keep figures that would then hopefully attract the attention of distribution partners that would like what they see in terms of who is signed on to the movie and script. They've got people that they worked for before, 2 different larger houses that they think would be interested, and then they've self-distributed movie theaters before, like AMC and Regal, and I'm trying to think what else. So that would be what I would envision a contract looking like. We would essentially, they're asking $400,000. We would say, okay, we will earmark or set aside $400,000 of marketing funds from, let's say whatever fund, NDF or gaming or whatever fund is available to fund marketing, which we already fund at significant levels for the benefit of the city. We would state clearly that money would only be distributed to the filmmakers upon a showing of the benchmarks that they've kind of set up a little bit in the documents they've provided to you. At the top, it shows what the bigger categories are. We would want specific things, almost like percent completes for a repaving a road, kind of look at it that way. And then it would spell out very clearly that the first dollar that comes in goes straight back to us until we're repaid. That would be the best way to secure it on the front end and on the back end from the legal perspective.
So my first question would be, are those terms that you agree to?
Yes, Dell explained that very well, and we want to do the same thing as you. Not only do we want to make sure you guys recoup the money as quick as possible, but we also want to showcase the city and create attractions to the city. You know, for example, shooting in, at the football fields or certain restaurants. There's similar things. A Rain Man was shot in Cincinnati in northern Kentucky, and people still go to that restaurant to visit. And so we want to showcase the city, not only for Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky, but actually the whole United States, and it could become a greater tourist attraction.
How did you decide on Lawrenceburg?
Many ways. So we have a slate of films, but this particular film is a sports drama based in a small town, and it's circles around the high school football team. You guys have a beautiful architecture. You guys also have a beautiful stadium, and I think we can use the synergy of the city and the beauty to elevate the movie as well. It overall fits the theme of the movie.
Okay.
And I will say one last thing that I forgot. I know there's been some confusion, I think, a little bit about, is this like a school project or is this a city project?
Oh,
These guys haven't talked to the school at all yet. The school's not
Yeah.
involved at all. Even though they're talking about the football team being a big part of the project, that's not the whole. It's not a movie just about the school or just related to the school. So the school hasn't even weighed in with these guys yet at this point.
That is true. If we do decide to go, if you guys decide to have us move forward, we can contact the school, and we would love to cooperate and make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors going around, said you already talked to them over there.
Oh, no. Yeah, I never made that rumor.
If you don't mind me asking, how come you're looking for a subsidy from the city instead of private funding?
Well, it's both, you know, like I feel like if the city comes forward and puts, you know, some investment in, it'll only elevate the project and get the city more involved. And then that allows us to, for example, when we audition and have a lot of background and everything, we can really get the whole city involved for this.
So so what he's asking, and I think you told me this today, Jack, is there is a chance that R400 you would add to that.
Yes.
Or with private equity investors if the buzz catches on.
And what we talked about was also brand integration and product placement.
Okay, yeah.
So what that is, say depending on the stars we do get, there are some great relationships we have with local businesses from the tri-state, and a lot of times, like for example, Procter & Gamble, they work close with Disney and incorporating a lot of their products into their movies. So really, this will get the ball rolling.
So, and I think I asked this question last time, and I think I talked to Dell a little bit about it, but, you know, my biggest thing is what kind of guarantee do we have that this movie is going to be completed? I mean, you know, for our $400,000, and I think, you know, our constituents and everybody out there want to basically say, hey, you know, if the city invests this, you know, once again, is to promote the city, is to, you know, share, what kind of guarantees, is there something in the contract or anything in the contract that would guarantee that this movie is going to be completed?
We can definitely put that into the contract. Something that I spoke to Dell about it was, well, our company has partners. So like say just in hypothetically, if something happened to me, Elliot is there, and we have other partners that can come and complete the movie. And that's why we're also partnering with the Good Deed Entertainment and Green Apple. So we can definitely put that in that it will be completed. Another thing is if the investment is done in portions, that can, you know, you're not just putting a whole lump of money in, and we want that to happen too, because we want to be straight as an arrow and clean.
So as we put the investments in, you know, if you do increments and stuff like that, you know, we'd say, all right, let's show me what you got.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before you get another dime, let me see what you got, see how far you are. And
Exactly.
I think you hit the nail on the head with that question, because it's kind of like what equity do you have to put up, right? And the reason why I say is, let's say we get $100,000 into this, and for some reason it flops, and we're out $100,000, we have to answer to our constituents on that. Mm-hmm. And that's what my concern is where's the buy-in from you guys? So what do we have to kind of hold as collateral or something like that?
I mean,
that's the case.
right now, the answer would be like our reputation. I mean, we're putting in a lot of our talent, like famous actors, for example, and if we get our people involved in this and it doesn't happen, it's detrimental to our business as well. And, to where like you're only as good as your last movie for that matter. But we can definitely negotiate as the contract is being written about guarantees and how it's going to be done.
Is there any guarantee that that 400,000 will be paid back? Say you make a movie, but it flops and you don't make no money.
No, well,
What do we do with that?
well, so there can be some guarantees. So what I was talking to Dell earlier today was about is once there is a green light, we can start talking to actors and getting actual distribution deals locked in. And with the actors that we can get on board, we can start to talk to distribution about different guarantees. And that's basically where the company guarantees, and over so many years, that you make your money back. I will bring up the only downfall in that scenario is you might only make your 10% back compared to if you do get a good, a more even deal with the distributor, the city would be making percentage forever on this movie. So that's, there's movies that are out now that were made 20, 30 years ago that are still making money because licensing deals. So how a distribution happens is, say if I sell to Netflix, Netflix might only buy it for 2 years. They only have the rights for 2 years or 5 years. And then after that 2 and 5 years is back, then you relicense it, so movies can continue forever. So, but if you guys do decide to go forward, yes, we can start negotiating with distributors about that. We just can't form those conversations before we get commitment on the other side. But another thing I want to bring back to Mark's point about making sure it's going to be done, in the last meeting that we had, we recommended not only, weekly meetings, like you guys would be allowed to attend weekly meetings or twice a week, however long, how many times a week or bi-weekly you would like to be involved. We want to keep it completely transparent for this process.
Where will those meetings be at?
I mean, you guys could probably do Zoom. We have offices, and we probably will set up an office right here in Lawrenceburg if everything moves forward, just so we can keep everything central.
So
But it would be a virtual
where
meeting.
would the money come from? That's certainly not in the budget.
It is not in the budget for next year. But I would say that probably you would take it out of MDF. And once again, in this right here, if you guys decide to go forward with this, this is something that basically, if we do an additional appropriation, it would get passed with the additional appropriation if you decide you guys want to go forward with it.
How much money do we have in our marketing?
We budget $170,000
Yep.
a year.
If you guys want to go forward with this, I would say that you use all $175,000 out of that marketing line item and not do anything else. Would be the only thing I'd have to say about that. And the only reason why I say that is, I mean, you're talking 1 year spending over $500,000 just on marketing.
I think marketing includes music on the river and all the events downtown, ice skating, well, maybe not ice skating, but definitely includes music on the river.
That's a big chunk, guys.
What's it used for, Dale?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but I think our marketing fund pays for.
It's all the advertisement for it. It includes music on the river, includes the Reds games, it includes Joy's right there. She could probably elaborate a little bit better on it, but it includes quite a bit.
Be kind of hard to get rid of.
The ice
Use some
rink is
TV
separate.
stations, radio
Yeah.
stations. It's
Yeah, I would think we should do it
advertising.
separately.
And a lot of that money is probably already up in a contract for next year, correct?
Now, the contract, you haven't got a contract up yet, right?
Yes, no, we do not, but we can start getting it made and start sending it to Dell, emails back and forth.
And send it to you guys once it's ready for you guys.
So I say, me, I mean, if we go through with this, I'd say we table this till we get the contract to see what's in it, and then go from there. That's my recommendation.
Is that a motion?
I'm gonna say, is that a motion?
Had a motion.
Does I have a motion to table this?
Well, is that something that you could do, is you can, I mean, would you be okay to motion
Wait-
that to get?
Wait a minute, Mark. I got a motion. Do I have a second?
You got denied your motion.
I got denied. All right.
Okay, go ahead, Mark.
Well, he said something about contract, but I just want to make sure that, when you make a motion, it's basically that's something that you could actually come up with a contract or something.
Yeah, yeah. No, and our team, like, we can work email with you until it's right, and then you can send it to the rest of the board. And like we were discussing, we're very willing to work it out, smooth out everything you guys would need.
My other concern is by approving this, if that's what we were to do, are we setting a precedent where every videographer in town is now going to want to shoot a movie and want us to fund it? That's, it's a scary precedent to set.
These guys have made Hollywood movies.
And we've got other people who are interested in doing it also. I've already heard this. And they'll be knocking on our door. I just want to say so myself. I think it's nothing to you guys. I think it's a waste of money, taxpayers' money. I think that 400,000 goes somewhere else for a lot better use than making a movie here. That's guaranteed. That's not guaranteed to get our money back. You guys can't guarantee. And I'm not going to take a chance of losing $400,000 of taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
So that's.
Well, I say that, but then also, what if it makes $2 million? I mean, it could not make anything, but anytime you're in a business, you don't know what that business is gonna do. I mean, do you wanna take a chance? Do you not wanna take a chance? That's where it's at. You can make money, you cannot make money. I mean, it's just, that's the way it is, from what I know about the entertainment business.
For me, it's just hard to vote on something that I don't have a contract on. I don't know, what our liabilities are, what we're going to run into, or anything like that. That's me personally.
And if I may say one more thing on what you were bringing up, if we do decide to go forward and we can start negotiating with distributors, there can be some sort of guarantees that are made down the way.
But in order to do that, we have to guarantee the 400,000 first.
Well, at least get into business, and maybe we can put in stipulation once we get the contract where, we get it step by step and we don't move forward until something is approved by the whole board. And this is just putting it out there.
If you could find some way to solid guarantee that the city of Lawrenceburg gets their $400,000 back, I might be able to listen to it. But until I hear a guarantee that I'm not going to lose $400,000 of taxpayer money, I can't vote for it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. And that is a thing in the film industry. There are guarantees.
I know, but I don't see none on this. I don't see none on this paper right now, and that's what we're voting for. That's the whole thing.
Well, no, what I was suggesting, Tony, was we get the contract before we okay anything. I'm not saying put the money up now. I'm saying that we get a contract to see what's on this before we make any decision. So we know what it is. Nobody knows. Maybe I worded it wrong.
No, Lenny, I'd be willing to go back to the table to motion until a contract's been made.
Yeah,
Dylan's right. I don't really understand what we're voting on unless it's a contract,
Yeah, none of us does.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a friend of mine who's worked in the industry, and he could take a look at it too, and I think that would help us to have a independent person that could give you guys advice, answer some of your questions.
Would his initials be BB?
No, no.
Not Billy Baxter?
No. But, this guy could help us, because this is all unfamiliar territory for
Yeah.
us.
Yes,
It makes us
very much.
uncomfortable when we do things wrong.
All right, so we'll go back to if one of you two want to make a motion.
Go for it, Lenny.
All right, I make a motion, how do you want to word this, that we do not do anything until we get the contract
Contract
Second.
stipulates
So,
there.
so table it for tonight.
and table it for tonight.
Yeah, second.
All right, I got a motion by Lenny and a second by Brett. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's pretty unanimous.
Thank you all for having us.
Thank
Sir.
you.
Thank you.
All righty, moving on. I lost my paper. There we go. Moving on to old business and seeing none. Does anybody have any old business? Hearing none. Comments from the audience. There she is.
Want me to stand up here officially? I'm Jean Fouch, question asker.
There you go.
I want to know, will the city pay any part of the construction cost for that senior housing that we got the grant for?
It'll be a private development.
I think, don't quote me, but I think it's 10%.
Yeah, we have a part of it that we're paying.
Yeah.
And what we've got were tax credit funding from the state of Indiana, like CDA.
Actually, it was kind of brought out a little early, and we didn't want to say too much about it until we get all the stipulations and things.
Yeah, so it'll be, I think it's on the agenda for Monday redevelopment to
Yeah.
explain it in much more detail.
We would know more
Okay.
before we
That's
brought it out to the public.
Usual business is when you get a grant, the one who receives it has to pay a certain percentage.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the building, though, when it's complete, will not belong to the city, right?
No. The general concept, and the reason we kept at this is because the general concept, if you remember what we originally started with, and we've actually changed companies a couple times now, is you find an engineer architect and you find a management company. And so what we've partnered with were people that could design it, prepare the proposals, get it ready for build so that we can submit that to the tax credit funding agency in Indianapolis. But with that would come a plan for not just the build out, but they have to own it for, I think it's 30 or 40 years. The same company has to own it. So now we're with Flaherty and Collins. We started out with a model group who was terrific. We didn't change because they did anything wrong. We just changed because we tried 3 or 4 times with them. We wanted to switch horses and see if that gave us a better chance. But just like the model group, they partnered with a local nonprofit that will run the facility. Flaherty and Collins has the same thing. They've got a nonprofit that will run the facility. So once it's built and up and running, not only will we have this beautiful facility that we've gotten state funding to build, but there's going to be a nonprofit on site that's doing exercise, activities, food things. We're building it because they can walk through the adult center. They can walk to that beautiful pond is going to be right there. It's going to be right in the heart of downtown. So this is just great news because we get money for all this built. This is great news because the people who are building it are the best of the best, and they can't just build it and sell it. They got to keep it. And
So there is a requirement that they keep it for a certain amount of time.
And we,
they get to run it.
we will get property taxes off that.
The rent is controlled, yes. So that was all part of the proposal.
And then just so that you know, Gene, there's another group in Lawrenceburg that got those tax credits as well. Yeah, on Dowdy Road. So Tanner's Creek Manor will also be building another age-restricted senior housing on Dowdy Road. So, and that one is actually tax credits for $1.275 million. So,
which is unbelievable for us, for one city to get 2.
yeah.
Wow.
We've spent 6 years getting neither. But that's why we stuck with it, was because we want a place that's going to put our seniors in just the best possible situation. And we knew that if we could get a company that's going to build it in the best way and staff it and own it and have all these wonderful resources, that we would be setting our seniors up for the best situation possible.
And as they say, good things come to those who wait.
Yep.
Sometimes we get in a big hurry, but it's really working out for our city.
Right.
And be very proud.
The first,
Lenny, I think that's the best thing you've ever said. I'm proud of you.
I could said tribulation service patience too.
Mark's trying not to stay in tabled ever. Well, the first assignment as city attorney before I even was city attorney, and me and the mayor had to go down when they were tearing down that strip mall. And they had the city had bought the strip mall off the guy who owned it. Remember that strip mall? Everything was falling in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you shopped, you had to like put a tin thing over your head. And we're trying to figure out who bought it, why they bought it, where the piers are. We had to try to map the piers at and everything. So to go from that to what this is,
Right.
is really incredible.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
That's not an easy lot to build on.
No.
You gotta do some
Right.
special things.
We're very excited.
And my second thing is I just wanted to thank council for that nice event last night, and Joy especially for the planning.
Well, I'm kind of upset.
Why?
You didn't?
I didn't get no food. I got up there to get something, it was all gone. Everybody
you
had
were
ate
late?
it.
Do you believe that?
You should have
did-
got
I
there on
did
time,
believe it.
Lenny.
Normal time I get something, I didn't get nothing.
You should have been on time.
Oh, no, if you wanted cheese. I would say something to that, but we're on the mic, so I ain't
Moving on.
saying that.
Moving on.
There were cookies still.
It was really nice, though. That was really great. That orchestra.
Any other comments from the audience? And less from the board?
We are under a yellow travel advisory, says Dearborn County. So
Again?
let's adjourn this meeting. to get
All
on
right.
safe.
Moving on to review and discussion of claims for board approval. Have a motion.
So move.
Motion by Dylan, second.
Second.
Second by Brett, all in favor?
Aye.
Claims approved. Motion to approve all payroll reports and checks once properly certified. Have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Tom, second.
Second.
Second by Lenny, all in favor?
Aye.
Certified. Motion for adjournment.
Who I'm in.
Wait.
Oh,
I got something.
Too late.
No, you did not say it. Dylan, I don't know if you had a chance to see the email from Reedy Financial,
Yes.
and I want to see if you want to proceed forward with that voucher, or you just want to leave it alone.
I mean, I'm not real happy about it. I don't think a lot of people are, but what choice do we have besides to pay it, right? I mean, there's a signed
Not pay it.
contract, so.
So, yeah, it's just accounts payable voucher 3889 and 3890. Like I said, it's sitting over there. I just, if it's not going to be approved, then I need to get back with them, tell that the council's not going to approve it.
Well, then, so have a motion for approval, Dylan, or?
I suppose so. I'm
That's not a legal
about it.
motion. That's not a legal motion.
Look, I am not happy about that in any way, shape, or form. When I ask for them to prove what they've analyzed on a bond that we didn't pursue and there's nothing there, it kind of frustrates me.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
we're under contract to pay. So I have a motion to approve
Supposedly.
with your disapproval. Was that it?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve.
All right. I got a motion by Dylan, second.
second.
I'll
Second
second.
by Lenny. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Nope. Passed. There you go. Didn't pay it. Now I'll take a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Motion.
I was gonna let you have that
Second by
after you
Brett,
get all
all in favor.
upset.
Meeting adjourned.